Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Camille. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly reading for the sign of Virgo. If you're new to this channel and you like the content that you see today, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to it. I'm going to put a link in, or I'm going to put a description in the description box below about your current planetary transits and how this may relate to you, since this channel is about astrology and tarot. What else? I also have another channel that I'm going to link in the description box below, and that channel is going to be like me talking about the law of attraction, how to manifest things, like changing your perspective to basically change your life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out as well. So I think that's all I got for you guys. I've already meditated on your energy and pulled the cards for you guys. So the first card that I got for you is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and that's clarified by the card Assertiveness. So, okay, the 10 of Pentacles traditionally upright. Let's just explain this first. The 10 of Pentacles traditionally upright is like financial abundance. It's being happy, you know, it's like this person with their family. They have a happy family life. They're financially abundant. They're able to travel, you know, live luxurious. They really don't have no financial worries at all. And they're pretty happy all around, like, you know, in life. And when it's in reverse, I feel like this is some of you right now. You guys are just feeling not abundant. I feel like some of you guys are, maybe you're having some financial troubles right now. You're not feeling financially abundant. You're not feeling like things are going very well for you, like you're able to do what you want to, because money is energy, really. And, you know, with money, the energy of money, you can do other things that you'd like to do. And I feel like some of you guys are having a hard time financially right now. And when it's clarified by the card assertiveness, I feel like if you want to have that dream life, Virgo, if you want to have a luxurious life, if you want, you know, to have like no financial worries, to just have the life that you dreamed of, you need to be assertive about that. You need to be willing to work for it. Not to say that you haven't been working, but you need to be assertive in getting it. I feel like for some of you, you feel like it's just supposed to happen for you. And I feel like the universe is trying to tell you, you need to assert yourself, and you need to be bold, and you need to be courageous, and you need to put yourself out there and do what it is that you feel like you need to do in order to get this life that you want. Because obviously you probably weren't born into that type of lifestyle, so it's up to you to create it. It's not that it can't be created, because it's possible. If it's here, it's possible. Even if it's in reverse, it still is possible. You just have to create that life for you. You just have to put your best foot forward. You just have to follow whatever hunches, whatever dreams, whatever it is that you feel like is going to get you there. And that requires you to be bold and to step out of the box. You know, rich people, they're usually like innovative. They usually didn't listen to what a lot of people were telling them to do this and to do that. They just kind of went out on the limb and they did their own thing. They were listening to themselves. But they definitely didn't get there without taking no risks, and they definitely didn't get there with just like sitting on their ass the whole time. I mean, even if it was kind of easy for them to do, they still put forth some effort. They still went through with the idea. They still did whatever they had to do to get to that level of attainment in life. And I feel like that's what some of you guys need to do at this time. So the next card that I have for you guys is the 10 of Wands in reverse. And this is clarified by the card Harmony. So I feel like the 10 of Wands upright is just, you know, carrying too many burdens, listening to too many people's opinions, taking on work that's not necessarily yours, just like being stressed out. You know, look at this guy. He looks overburdened. It looks like his damn back is gonna break. Like, he just doesn't look comfortable at all. Like, he's just got too much on his plate, too much on his hands right now. And I feel like that's some of you. Like, because Virgo, naturally, you guys want to serve others. You want to help others. That's just naturally how you are. You want to be of service to people. And I feel like whether this is like your family members, a business, a work situation, like you've been taking on responsibilities that basically aren't yours, and you need to give them back to whoever the fuck they belong to, because is causing you to be stressed out. Like, you can't even take care of what the fuck you have to take care of, or do what you really want to do, because you are taking on other people's responsibilities. You know, maybe you did it at first, you know, to help them out, but it's kind of like they just assigned that responsibility to you, and you need to be like, no, 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 hold up. This is your responsibility. Give the responsibilities back to the people who they belong to, because what good are you to yourself and another person if you're all burnt out? If you don't have any energy left because you took on too much, basically. Like, that's not helpful for you or someone else. You know, you don't want to be enabling people and having them feel like they can't even deal with their own shit in life because you're always there to deal with it. I just feel like some of you guys really just need to, if it's at work and you do something that's not your job and people are used to you doing it, you need to lay down the law and be like, look, this is where it's saying in the book, or whatever the fuck the rules are, or whatever, this is my job description, this is not my job, and I'm not doing it anymore because this is stressful for me and I can't even get my own shit done. You know, you need to create boundaries with people, basically. Because it's in reverse, I feel like some of you guys are doing this, and it is creating harmony in your life because it's clarified by the card harmony. If not, that is what's going to create harmony. That's what's going to create peace. Like, your life may be a little chaotic right now because you're just taking on so much stuff. You don't have any time to rest. You guys already are kind of like workaholics. So you taking on even more than what you're already doing is just a lot. Like, I can see it in this damn card, and it makes fucking sense. So I just feel like if you haven't already been doing that, you need to do that to create some peace and free your space up and your time and your energy for things that you actually want to pursue, rather than just other people's responsibilities. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Empress Upright, and that's clarified by the card Faith. So the Empress Upright is it's a woman on the card, but this doesn't necessarily mean that it is a woman. This is just female energy. So you can be a man or woman, but we all have male and female energy, more passive and assertive energy. And we all use that energy to manifest what it is that we want in life. So I feel like, especially when it's clarified with the Faith card, the Empress is someone who is abundant. She is somebody who attracts wealth. You know, she has all types of, she's sitting in this luxurious chair. She has all this like stuff around her, an abundance of stuff around her. She attracts wealth because she knows her worth, and she knows that, you know, by her being abundant, she's going to attract more abundance. By her being whatever she is, she's going to attract more of it. She doesn't really even have to do much. This is the passive energy of the passive female energy. You don't really have to do much. You just have to have faith. You have to believe in yourself. She has confidence and belief and faith in herself that she will attract it just because she is who she is. And I feel like this is what some of you guys need to do. Like I said, whether you're a female or a male, you need to take on this female energy. So like, you could be doing a lot of work, like a shit ton of work lately, but whatever the goal is that you're trying to get to, you don't really believe that you can attain it, you know? So what is the purpose of doing all that work if you don't really believe that you can attain it? If you don't really have any faith in the vision that you have for yourself? And I feel like the universe is just trying to tell you guys that you guys need to have faith in yourself. Have faith in whatever you're trying to manifest, but you need to have that. Have faith first and then take action. Have a vision for yourself. Visualize what it is that you want. Visualize yourself even being abundant. Visualize yourself being important, abundant, attracting those deals, those opportunities that you want. Have faith that it can happen for you, because it's possible. But like how they say faith without works is dead, or even works without faith is dead. Like, if you don't have faith in what you're doing and you're doing it, it's not going to work out. And if you're not doing anything, but you just have faith in it, it's not going to work out. You have to take action and have faith. Those two go hand in hand in manifesting, basically. If you feel like you are poor, if you feel like you are not abundant, if you feel like you are not important, you're going to attract those things. If you feel like you are rich, if you feel like you are abundant, if you feel like you or whatever it is that's a positive aspect, that's a positive trait, you will attract that. You have to feel like you're that way first, and then you'll be able to attract it. And well, you have to feel like you're that way first, and then you have to take action on it, and then you'll be able to attract it. But you have to believe in yourself, basically. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Five of Cups in reverse, and that's clarified by the card Realization. So definitely, I feel like the Five of Cups upright is, you know, crying over spilt milk, crying, you know, this guy, obviously, you know, these cups are spilled over, and he's very sad about it. Like, he's, you know, sulking in it, basically, being sad, but sulking in it, just standing there, crying about it, upset about it, and not really realizing that he has two cups behind him that are unspilled and perfectly fine. That basically he still has something. And so, you know, this really deals with being upset about your loss. And I believe this is the 5, is, you know, for change. So, you know, when change happens, a lot of times you do feel like you lost something. Like, oh man, like I lost this, I lost that, I lost this job, or I lost something. Maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a job. I'm not really exactly sure what it is, but you feel like you lost something, and then you're just kind of focused on that rather than focusing on what you do have. You're focused on what you don't have instead of what you do have. And you need to do the opposite. Basically, you need to focus on what you do have instead of what you don't have. Because you still have something there. Regardless if you lost that job or lost that relationship, you have the lessons that you took from it. You still have yourself. You still have all the good qualities that come with you. You're still you. And you can bring that to another workplace. You can bring that to another career field. You can bring that to another relationship. And since it's in reverse, you know, it really is the opposite. It's like not crying over spilled milk, realizing, you know, that you got the realization card to clarify it, realizing that you're worth something. I have something still. Like, I didn't lose everything. The world is not over with. I still have what I have to move forward. Because you lose something doesn't mean, like, just because you lose a job doesn't mean you lose the knowledge from that job. Like, you still have the skills and everything from that job to take somewhere else. You still have whatever you learned from that relationship to take to another relationship. You've learned something and you still have it, and you can take it with you. And I think some of you guys are realizing that. If not, then I think you definitely need to realize that, you know, the world is not going to end. Like, you're fine. Like, you're going to be okay. But I think since it's in reverse, that you guys are just really realizing that, like, whatever happened that you feel like is a loss, you realize that it's a lesson, and it's a blessing for you. Your losses are your lessons. I think that you guys are realizing that it's working. It's going to work out for you. Even though it may have seemed like something negative or bad at first, you've realized that it's going to turn around for you because of what you have to take from the situation. So the next card that I have for you guys is the Emperor upright, and that's clarified by the card Knowledge. So I feel like for some of you, this kind of ties into what I was saying, before, like, you know, some kind of situation where you may have felt like you lost something, but then you realize that you actually not only didn't lose anything, really, you gained something, because you gained knowledge from that situation. I feel like some of you guys are really taking back control over your life. The Emperor is somebody who is in control, like he's on the throne. This is the Aries card, and it's about to be Aries season, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are taking on this energy. It's a very good idea, you know, to go with the energy of the seasons that are present. It was just Pisces season, so you kind of have to go with the flow, and you're not really sure, and you have to relax, and you have to take some time to yourself. And now it's Aries season, and this means, you know, to be focused on you and be in control of your life. This guy is, you know, king of his throne. He's in control. You know, it doesn't look like anybody's gonna come and knock him off. Like, he looks like he's some serious business. In the 4s, I think, because I think this is the 4 card, this is about stability, building stability within yourself. You have the knowledge, because it's clarified by the card Knowledge. You have the knowledge to build yourself. For some of you, an empire. You have the knowledge to build yourself an empire, to build the life that you want to. But before you do that, you know, you have to take control and responsibility for yourself. So that means that you're not blaming anybody or being a victim of your past situations because it happened to you. That doesn't mean that it is you. It just happened to you. You know, you decide who you are. Are you going to let that situation make you... Are you going to let that situation make you or break you? Basically, like, this guy, there's no telling what he could have been through. He could have been through a lot of shit before, but it doesn't look like he is going to be crying to a motherfucker and telling them like, oh, I've been through this and I've been through that, and that's why I can't get on my feet, and that's why, you know, he's not making no excuses for shit. He's like, no excuses. We don't have no regrets and we don't have no excuses. We're just moving forward, period. Like, I am in control of my life because I'm in control of my thoughts and my feelings, and those things create my reality. So that's basically what I feel like some of you guys are doing. If not, then that's something that you need to do. I definitely feel like there's a situation that may have happened where you are like wanting to blame somebody for your situation, for why you are the way you are, or why your life is the way it is. And this guy is not somebody who would blame someone. He would be somebody who would take whatever happened to him to empower himself. He is a very powerful. And you got the Empress and the Emperor, like these two cards. This is the male and the female aspect. So I definitely feel like, and he takes action. He's very action oriented. He's not sitting around just believing and having faith. He's action oriented. There's something that needs to be done. You better believe he's going to do it. He's the boss, literally, like, of himself. A lot of times in the family, he takes care of his family. He makes the decisions. You know, he's very objective in his thinking, but he gets shit done. And I feel like that's the energy that some of you guys need to take on right now. You've had faith, you've had your vision for it, and now you need to take action. You need to take control over your life. You need to own, let me see. I feel like some of you guys just need to take responsibility for your life in general. Like, just take ownership that things happen to you, and now that doesn't make you. That doesn't make you the person that you are, and you're going to use what happened to you as an advantage, and you're going to move forward from it. You know, there is power in knowledge. And I feel like you guys have it. Some of you may need to work on it, but I feel like some of you guys are already doing this. You're just taking a loss as a lesson, and you're taking control back in your life and realizing you're responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your actions. You're even responsible for your life. You can't control anything on the outside, but you can control what you do with it. And I think you guys are realizing that now. So the next card that I have for you guys is the Eight of Wands in reverse, and that's clarified by the cards Exuberance and Patience. So the Eight of Wands traditionally is messages coming in, opportunities, like maybe social media, people connecting with you, a lot of quick messages, it's a lot of messages at once. So like a very busy time for people, opportunities, is pretty much just that, or just being a very prosperous time with opportunities. Okay, so since it's in reverse, I feel like, since it's in reverse and it's clarified with the patience and exuberance card. Exuberance is like literally like being like overly excited, like having a whole bunch of energy, being overly excited, being like, you know, super duper fucking like happy about whatever the fuck that you possibly can be. Like, when somebody is exuberant, they're like so whatever they are, like, and it's a positive trait. Like, so they're so happy and they're so joyful and they're so like, you know, all these positive, you know, emotions. And since it's with patience, it's like, I feel like that's how you guys are. You guys are like in a pretty cheerful disposition about all these opportunities that, you know, may come up for you guys. But I feel like it's a delay right now, like, because the Eight of Wands in reverse talks about like delays, talks about kind of like being at a standstill. These are kind of like frozen in the air. So I feel like there's some opportunities that you guys have been waiting on, and you're really, really, really excited about. Like, is just something that maybe you're really passionate about. Maybe some collaborations that you want to do. Just something that you're very, very excited about. Some things that you're excited about. But right now, you're like on hold, literally. And I think that's why, you know, the patience card is here, because you guys need to exercise some patience. And I think the reason why this is on hold for you guys, for some of you, it may have to do with this Mercury retrograde, because you guys are ruled by the sign Mercury, you and Gemini. And since it's retrograde right now, it goes retrograde to kind of get everybody to stop and double back on what's going on. Maybe some of you guys are really excited about opportunities and trying to get stuff out there, but you're having like some delays because you're skipping over some important information. That's literally exactly what Mercury retrograde is for. Like, you can't really go forward with something. You kind of got to backtrack and be like, oh shit, I missed this important information, or oh shit, I forgot to talk about this, or you're missing something. Something is missing. Something's not all together there for you to move forward. And if it's something that's trying to come to you, like maybe not necessarily something that you're putting out, something that's trying to come to you, opportunities, they need to be revised and they need to like be looked back over before they can get to you. This delay is for your benefit, like, for sure. The universe is like, okay, wait. You actually need to go back and fix this, because this is not correct. And I'm trying to save you from having this frustration and all this, like, you know, negativity in the future. So I'm going to need you to just go back and look over it. So maybe there's some projects or something. If you guys are trying to rush and get it out, I think you should take a look at it before you try to get it out. If it's opportunities, like, just for some reason, things just kind of went from going to a standstill for the things that you thought that you're going to be doing by now, it's definitely for your benefit, because like I said, Mercury retrograde is just for doubling back and to fix things. And it is like a breakdown in communication. You know, the Eight of Wands upright is communication, and in reverse it's like maybe it's just blocked communication. Like, you never got the email that you were looking for, or you never got something with communication. Maybe it's people you've been trying to communicate with, all of a sudden they're not answering the phone, or they said they were going to get back to you and they didn't. Pretty much something like that, or you didn't get an email or something, text, something. Just be patient. It's going to come to you. And Mercury retrograde is almost over, but since you guys are ruled by that sign, I feel like this is affecting you in that way. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the King of Cups in reverse. And that's clarified by the card Simplicity. So the King of Cups, when he is upright, he is like a person who is very, very intuitive and very in control of his emotions. He's a very nurturing person. Like, you know, really kind and like a good listener, really kind, very nurturing, just like a not so bossy, not so like assertive person to be around, just someone who you feel like will listen to you, but who will also take action. Like, even if some chaotic shit is going on, they're like, okay, what are we about to do? Like, we don't need to freak out. And even if some shit's going on with them, a lot of times you can't tell, because they're very good at hiding their emotions or just having control over them, because they realize, like, you know, how I feel and how I think are connected, and those things actually create my reality. So they understand to be in control of their emotions. When it's in reverse, this is talking about not having control over your emotions right now. Feeling like emotionally unstable. So, which is like when people are saying things to you, or you're seeing things, or whatever, like you're in communication with other people, you feel like you're off balance, like you're not happy anymore. All of a sudden you're sad, all of a sudden you're mad, all of a sudden you're frustrated, all of a sudden you're jealous, like you're just feeling all of these negative emotions and you're not really having control over them, or you're letting other people control your emotions pretty much. And it's just like, you know, clarified with this card simplicity, you need to make things simple. If you don't like something, then the best thing to do is to take your power away from it. And your power is your attention. If you are having some kind of issue right now, I'm not saying to just ignore it, but take your attention off of it. Think about what is going right. Think about what you want to happen. Like you've been focusing your attention on things that are just not going right, and you've been overly focused on them, and you are just kind of feeling like a mess in the inside. Like you're really letting things get to you. And it's just really time to take your attention off of whatever is not working for you right now. Take all of your attention off of it and put it on something that is working, and put it towards something that is working in your life, or put it towards what you actually want to happen. Think about that. Literally take your attention off of it. Energy goes where attention flows. Or is that right? Yeah, energy goes where attention flows. So wherever you put your attention at, energy will grow there, and it'll grow and it'll grow and it'll grow, and all it'll do is make you more and more and more and more upset and more emotionally unstable. So start putting your energy and attention onto positive things, and that will grow. Literally, all of a sudden, those things will become more relevant in your life rather than the things that isn't working. I'm not sure exactly why, you know, this is what situation it is. Maybe it's like regardless of whatever situation it is, a work or love or career situation or money situation, it's just really time to focus on the outcome that you want and what's working in your life, because wherever you put that energy, wherever you put your attention, that's where the energy will grow. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the King of Swords in reverse, and that's clarified by the card Encouragement. So the King of Swords upright is I feel like somebody who has a lot of mental clarity about what he wants. He's very assertive and straight to the point. You know, he's not really like gonna sugarcoat anything with you. He's gonna be like, okay, well, I feel like you're lying to me and I don't have time for this, so just I'm not gonna talk to you anymore, or don't talk to me anymore. You know, like instead of being like you know, beating around the bush like, well, I don't really think that that's true, he's gonna be like, no, you're lying and I don't have time for that. Like he cuts out the bullshit. No bullshit approach to people and things. Like, this isn't working, oh well, I'm gonna stop doing it. This doesn't feel good, okay, well, I'm gonna stop putting my attention on it. Whatever it is that he's putting his attention on or focusing on, he's making sure that it's something that's going to benefit him. Otherwise, he just is not going to put his attention on it. He's not going to waste his time. He's very objective. And, okay, so since it's in reverse, I feel like, since it's in reverse and it's clarified by the card Encouragement, I feel like some of you guys you're like having some lack of clarity, some lack of like, because the swords are like your mind and your thoughts and your communication. I feel like you guys are having some lack of like inspiration in your life. You don't really have, you're not feeling, some of you guys are not feeling inspired at all. Like you're lacking the inspiration that, you know, you get from whatever every day. To keep you going, to get to where you want to go, or to accomplish your goals. And I feel like you guys need some encouragement. You need some mental stimulation for sure, because you guys are ruled by Mercury. So you need some mental stimulation, something to mentally stimulate you and something to encourage you to keep moving forward. I feel like some of you guys like definitely need to like you can like watch some YouTube videos. You know, there's plenty of motivational speakers and plenty of things. My other channel that I'm going to be even doing is kind of like stuff like motivational, encouraging, inspirational. You just need like another perspective in your mind. You need to get like another perspective to get encouraged about what it is that you want to do in life right now. There's plenty of people out there. There's plenty of people on social media who encourage people, inspire people every day. Seek it out. Seek out things that inspire you. Seek out things that are going to make you happy. Seek out a new perspective so that you can have that inspiration and have that encouragement to move forward. Because, you know, like, if you don't have that, you know, there's no point. You can't. If you want to start a new business, if you want to do anything new and you don't have any encouragement, you don't have any inspiration, you don't feel that passion and that drive inside of you, it's not going to work, you know? I definitely feel like you should seek out people, and even in regular life, not even just on social media and YouTube, seek out people who are encouraging, you know? Maybe there is some people in your life or a group or something like that who can help inspire you to just get that, you know, pep back in your step about whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah, okay. So the next card that I have for you guys is the Ace of Swords upright, and that's clarified by the card Tenderness. So the Ace of Swords upright is the card of, like, since like I said, the swords is about thoughts in the mind and communication. You're going to be receiving communication from like the universe. This is like the hand of God, the hand of the universe. You're going to get divine communication and clarity about something that you have been unclear or unsure about. Honestly, some of you guys are going to find out the truth about something, somebody, some type of situation, and it's going to hurt. I'm not going to lie, because this is what I see in the cards. It's going to hurt because the truth hurts sometimes. Like it hurts to know that somebody did this to you, or it hurts to know that, you know, whatever. But you're going to find out the truth, and I feel like it's going to be tender for you. Like, it's going to hit a spot. You know, like how you have, like, a cut. Like, it's going to cut, you know, like, a little deep. Or it's going to, like, already, like, you already have a wound. You already have something that you're, like, insecure, or something that's very sensitive to you. And it's just going to, like, poke right at that spot. And it's going to hurt because it's already sensitive to you. It's already something that is like, it's already something that you are emotionally attached to. But I feel like also this with it, also because it's clarified by this Tenderness card, this means that, like, yes, you're gonna find out something and it may hurt to find out the truth, but be tender with yourself, literally. Don't be hard on yourself once you find out the truth, like, damn, I should have did this, or I should have did that, or like, I fucked up with something. Like, you know, you might find out the truth that you may have done something, or you're, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be always something that's happening to you. Maybe you could have did something to somebody and you didn't really realize what you did until now. But the whole point is just to be kind to yourself. Understand that you make mistakes, other people make mistakes, and that, like, that's just where they were at that point in their life, or that's just where you were at that point in life. Don't feel regretful. You know, you can feel sorry for what you did, or you can feel sorry that you played a part in something, but don't regret that you did it, because, you know, there's obviously something that you needed to learn from that. We all go through certain things for a reason. We all come here to learn different things. So whatever it is that you may have encountered, whatever it is that you may have done, you know, it was for a reason, and you need to be not so hard on yourself about it, because I feel like some of you are going to want to come down real hard on yourself, like, fuck, like, I shouldn't have did this, feeling real bad. Don't do that, please. Just you're a human and shit happens, and just forgive yourself and forgive the other person and move forward from there. Take the lesson and the blessing that came with that lesson and move forward. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Sun card, and that is clarified by the card Objectivity. So I feel like this kind of ties into what I was just talking about. Now that you may have like found out the truth about something or someone or a situation or yourself, now it's time to focus on what makes you happy. The Sun card upright is like, you know, success, happiness, joy, shining your light, you know, being your true you. Like your sun sign, what we call like your zodiac sign, your sun sign is actually a reflection of who you really truly are at your core. Like, you know, at the basis of you. Like when you were like a child, you know, what kind of person really are you? What do you really like to do? How you shine your light in this world. And it's your vitality, you know. So I feel like for some of you, this is how you're being objective about being successful, being happy, being yourself, being vulnerable, being open, you know, because this child, you know, he's naked on here. He's so happy though. Like it's, and then he's on a white horse, you know, this signifies innocence. And, I believe the red like flag there is like signifying like passion or love, you know, like, and this I feel like is like him being happy with himself. He accepts himself and he is like living in his power and he's doing things that make him happy. He or she, you know, I don't know if this is a male or a female, but you know, like they're happy. And for some of you, I feel like it's like you're doing something that you're utilizing like your inner child. Like your inner child is like you doing something that you love to do. You absolutely love to do. It makes you happy. It makes other people happy. It makes you feel good. And you're innocent about it. Like you don't really have, you're not so serious about it. You don't really have so many attachments or expectations attached to it because you just love to do it. And that's why you do it. And that's it. And it makes you happy. And if you guys aren't doing this, I feel like, you know, you need to be objective. And objectivity is like literally focusing on this. Focusing on, this is my goal, this is what I want to obtain, or this is what I'm going to focus on. Instead of focusing on what happened to me and what didn't go right, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to focus on being happy, literally. Like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be myself. I just want to be in my power. I just want to be successful. But it's really just focusing on that rather than focusing on whatever happened to you or whatever isn't or didn't work before. So the next card that I have for you guys is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and that's clarified by the card Prosperity. So the Three of Pentacles upright is like generally people working with each other, like collaboration. Sometimes it's about like, you know, a mentor like teaching other people, or like them, it's like he's teaching them, but they're also teaching him. It's like you're working with people in a harmonious relationship, whether it's like a business relationship, work relationship, or friends or something, and you're working towards a common goal. They're working on literally building something, but they both value each other's opinions. And in reverse, I feel like this is not working well with people. People not listening to you. You not listening to people. You not valuing people's other people's opinions. They're not valuing your opinions. It's a inharmonious situation, regardless if it's a family situation or work situation or career. I feel like this is a work situation or career situation. You are working with people, whether this is your colleagues, your co-workers, or these are your partners in business, and they don't value your opinion. They don't respects you, your opinion, or value you. Like, they just don't treat you like how you should be treated. They're just not like taking you seriously, and they feel like I feel like they feel like their opinion is better. And when it's clarified with this prosperity card, you know, I just feel like this is not a harmonious work relationship. This is not a harmonious thing, and you need to pull yourself from it. A lot of times this is, you know, instead of working together with somebody, this is going at it alone. I definitely feel like some of you guys do need to leave a work situation or leave a business partnership situation and go at it alone, because that's going to create prosperity for you. That's going to create the abundance that you're looking for. Like, you're trying to build that. You want abundance. You want, you know, some kind of goal. But it's like you guys are not on the same... You're not on the same wavelength. You guys are not, like, connecting with each other. You're not vibing together. It's just not fucking working. Because they're not, I feel like, respecting your opinion. This could be the other way around. You're not respecting their opinion. But since it's clarified by prosperity, I feel like they're not respecting your opinion. They're not valuing you as the person that you are. And you're just like, you know, if you're not doing this, you just need to be like, fuck this. I'm going to go and use my skills and my value and my worth, and I'm going to take it where it's appreciated, instead of, you know, you guys trying to put me down, instead of being here. That's going to create abundance for you guys. You just need to take your knowledge and what you know. It's like they're not trying to listen to you. And I feel like, you know, this is you guys. This is you guys up here, and they know some things, but you're just like, okay, this is what you need to do now. Like, you need to put this in place like this. And they're just like, we don't really think that's how it works. And you're like, what? Seriously? No, yeah, that's how it works. You're supposed to do that. And they're like, nah, I don't really feel like, you know, you don't really have time for I don't really feel likes. You're just like, okay, I'm finna just get the fuck up out of here, because you guys don't really feel like I'll show you what the fuck it is then on my own, because I don't have time to keep on going back and forth with people. Like, I know what it is. I know that it's gonna work, so I'm just gonna do it and I'll just show you. Fuck it. Like, I don't have to keep on sitting here listening to you saying that, you know, this isn't gonna work, or keep on downing my opinions. There's definitely prosperity in there for you. There's definitely abundance. There's definitely whatever that you're looking to build, it's there for you. But you some of you for sure need to get out on your own, step out on your own limb, do things your own way. That's how you'll get it. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the High Priestess in reverse. And that's clarified by the card Focus. So the High Priestess upright is this lighting. The High Priestess upright is like, she is someone who follows her intuition. This is like so bright right there. Okay, she has like the little Torah right there. She has like a lot of spiritual knowledge, a lot of hidden knowledge she has. She understands, you know, there's like the black and white pillar here, like negative and positive energy, and that they are both, you know, required here on earth. Like, you know, negative and positive things happen to you for a reason, but they're required, because like if everything was just positive all the time, we really wouldn't need to be here, because everything would be perfect and there would be nothing to learn. But she just understands, she understands that aspect of life. And this is also, I believe, I don't know which one is which, the conscious and subconscious. She understands that what I think, the thoughts that I think, and then like with my conscious thoughts, you know, the thoughts that I think, that I'm able to impress onto my subconscious, that I'm able to believe, create my reality. Because your conscious thoughts, the things that you're thinking about, the things that you're visualizing, create your reality. But if you don't believe in them, they go hand in hand, just like that male and female energy that I was talking about before. It's like the same thing. So the male energy is the conscious thoughts, because it's the action oriented, it's always working, we have millions of thoughts every day. And the female energy is the subconscious. Your subconscious does not know the difference between negative and positive and good and bad or any of that thing. Whatever you tell it, it believes. Whatever you are able to get it to believe, it believes, literally. So this is kind of like why people listen to like guided meditations when they go to sleep. They listen to things that are like positive affirmations and everything like that when they go to sleep, because they realize, like, even though the conscious brain isn't working anymore, my subconscious is awake and alive when I'm asleep, and I want it to believe what it is that this thing is saying. I'm gonna make a video about this in my other channel anyway, because I feel like it's pretty important and it's pretty cool how it works, actually. So anyway, when this is clarified by the card Focus, and it's in reverse, so I feel like this is not listening to your intuition. And I feel like maybe people are kind of trying to, something is going on right now, and you need to focus on what you think about it. Focus on your intuition. The High Priestess is super highly fucking intuitive. Like, she doesn't get her answers, and she doesn't get her answers from people around her. She's not that she doesn't listen to people at all, but she doesn't really like believe whatever they say. She believes what she gets her answers from a higher power. It's more of a spiritual thing. She doesn't just listen to the opinions and believe people around her, because she knows that she can get her answers right from the source, you know? Like, if you believe in God or you believe in the universe, you ask the universe for the answers and you receive them. You don't really need nobody else's opinion or have to ask them, because you got it right from the source. And that's how she is. Like I said, regardless if you're male or female, I feel like this is the energy that you need to take on, because right now I feel like you're not listening to your intuition about something or someone or some situation. And your intuition is trying to tell you, like, hey, you know, like the little voice in the back of your head's like, something's up here. I don't feel like it's right. Listen to that voice. That is literally you. That voice is you. That voice is your inner you, your first mind, your intuition trying to tell you, you know, red flag here. There's like, it's just like a higher form of knowing, like using your intuition. Remember that, like, we are spiritual beings in a physical body. So a lot of times we'll look for answers on the outside, but we don't need them because they come from the inside. We are a soul and a spiritual being, an infinite spiritual being at that, inside of a body. We have infinite powers to create the reality and manifest what we want to. So that means it's very fucking possible that you already know what the hell is going on, but you're just not listening to yourself because you're used to not listening to yourself. You might be very used to just, you know, like you get a gut feeling basically, or you get a feeling like something's off and you just kind of ignore it. But that's happened before, because it's happened to everybody, and they're like, fuck, I should have just listened to what the fuck I really thought. Like, I don't know why I didn't listen to myself. Literally, it's yourself. So I feel like definitely for some of you, people are trying to tell you what to do or trying to tell you what's up. You go with what you really think, because whatever that is, you're right. You are absolutely correct about it. And you will know, because you get that feeling in your stomach, or you just get the urge, or just something just isn't right. Listen to your intuition, because it's trying to tell you something. It's trying to help you. Personally, I've been in a situation where it was so crazy, like, and I have a Virgo moon, so I can relate to this reading in some ways, but there was a situation in the past where, like, literally all of a sudden, like, my stomach was like feeling crazy, like how, if you've ever been heartbroken before, like you feel like it's empty, like you just got this feeling in your stomach, like something's just missing, like something's just not right. Because really, that's just like your first mind really is your, like, gut, your intuition, your, you know, stomach. And then your second mind is like your brain. This is like your first mind, and this is like your logical mind. But, you know, always when people say, you know, follow your gut or listen to your gut, it's because it's your first mind. And there's a lot of research about this. Like, if you ever want to look it up, maybe you should. Maybe that will help you out, you know. But there's been a time where, like, literally I had this crazy feeling in my stomach, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. I'm like, why am I just randomly getting this feeling? It was crazy, and I'm like, it feels like when I, like, got heartbroken before, but I don't know, I don't really feel heartbroken right now. So what's going on? Like, man, like that exact moment, my intuition was trying to warn me of, like, you know, somebody basically was cheating on me. Like, literally, I got the message. My intuition was like, hey, something's not right. And it wasn't just like, hey, something's not right. Like, he, whatever the fuck it was screaming at me like, something is not right. You need to check this out, girl. Like, come on. And I didn't even know. Like, I had zero control over that. Like, my conscious self had zero control over that. Like, it was just happening, and I just felt it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, something ain't right. I don't know what the fuck ain't right, but something ain't right. And it had to do with that situation. And later on, I found out, literally, like, that's exactly what the fuck was going on. I just didn't listen to myself. And yeah, I kicked myself, you know, in the ass for not listening to myself, but it all ended up working out for me anyway, because I became empowered from that whole situation. Like, I understand why that situation happened to me in life, so I'm okay with it. But it was also a lesson for me to listen to my intuition. I won't ever let that happen again. If I ever get any kind of feeling like that in my stomach again, I know what's up. Just like you guys know what's up right now. Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and it's clarified by the card Originality. So the Ten of Pentacles, traditionally upright, is like fulfillment, the ultimate fulfillment, being happy, like with your family, with your partner, just being emotionally fulfilled as much as you possibly can. Like, literally, they're just happy as fuck. Like, it's rainbows, just the happiest thing that you can be with another person or your family. And it's in reverse, and it's clarified by the card Originality. So I feel like you guys are just feeling like this. Like, if you are in a relationship right now, your family situation, whatever's going on, you just don't feel emotionally fulfilled like this. Like that Ten of Pentacles too that we had gotten in the beginning of the reading. You guys aren't feeling emotionally fulfilled or financially fulfilled. It's like, I'm not where I really want to be at, and I really don't understand why. All I know is that I don't feel this way, and I want to. I want to have a happy home life, happy family life. I want to feel emotionally fulfilled and happy with the people around me and what I'm doing in life, and harmonious and all those things. And when it's clarified by the card Originality, you're not, like, being true to yourself. Like, you may be listening just to a lot of other people's opinions right now, and you need to figure out what would make you happy. You know, what would you like to do in life? If you could be anything, or if you could do anything, what would you do? What would make you happy? Because it really doesn't matter about what other people think is going to make you happy or what they feel like you should do. It matters about what you feel like is going to make you happy. And then with Originality talks about literally, like, being original, like having your own individual creative ideas separate from other people. Like, so I feel like if you want to have this lifestyle, if you want to attain this success and this emotional fulfillment, you need to be original. You need to step outside of the box, because whatever you're doing is obviously not working at this time. So stop listening to the opinions of other people. Like I was saying before, with this, you know, focus on your intuition, focus on what you feel is right. What are you getting for your inner calling? What is your intuition? What is your higher self telling you to do? Because whatever that is, that's what you need to follow. Like, people who are very rich and successful today, you know, like, say people who, like, created, like, what's the guy who created Amazon or Apple or all these big companies out here, you know, they were very innovative and original. You know, there may have been something like that somewhere out there, but a lot of times there was nothing like that out there at all. They had an idea and they ran with it. And I'm pretty sure there was a hell of people who were like, don't go with that. How is that even possible? Like, that doesn't even make sense. How is that possible? Like, you should just go to school, or you should just do this. They didn't listen to those people. Even when they had ran into some hiccups, or even when they were having some struggles, they stayed they stayed focused on their goal because they knew that it was possible. Like there was something inside of them. They got this idea from the universe, and now they're like, okay, I gotta work with it. I gotta run with it. I gotta use this. You know, this is, I know I'm supposed to do this, so I'm going to. Regardless if people feel like I'm gonna fail or they don't believe in me, it doesn't matter. I know I'm supposed to do it, and I know it's gonna work, and it did. And without them, people, you know, just imagine how much shit wouldn't have been invented, how much shit wouldn't be here right now if people were too afraid to follow their dreams, if they were always listening to the opinions of others. Other people don't see your vision because it's your vision. It's not for them to see, it's for you to see. But if you want to create that happiness that you're seeking, you need to break out from other people and do your own thing. Be original, be bold, be unique, you know, step outside of the shell, do something different to get a different result. You know why those people got a different result? You know why they're so successful? Because they did something way different, way out of the box, and they got way great results from it. They used their imagination, they used their resources, they were clever, they used whatever they could do, you know. And people forget, like they started out, you know, in garages or in whatever. They started out in humble beginnings, but they used that and they kept going forward with it. And I feel like that's what you guys need to do, for sure. There's something that you want to do. There's some ideas that you have, something that you're trying to attain, and it's time for you to break out of the box of regular society and conforming to what everybody else thinks and just listening to all these other people's opinions about your life when it's your life, it's your dream, it's your idea, it's your business, it's your thing. Do what you want to do with it, you know? Okay, so the next card that I have for you guys is the oh shit, you know what? Sorry. It's actually the Seven of Swords upright. And this was clarified by the cards because there was 3. They just came out. Power, surprise, and thoroughness. Now, I was kind of confused about this little 3-piece combo over here with this cards. I was like, what does this mean in relation to the Seven of Swords? So I clarified it again with this 8 of Swords in reverse. So traditionally, the Seven of Swords upright is like, it's like sneaking or cheating or deceitful behavior. It could be being resourceful, having to kind of lie a little bit to get your way, a little bit manipulative. It doesn't always have a negative connotation to it, because a lot of times people put a negative connotation to it, like, oh, somebody's sneaking or cheating or doing something behind your back. It's not always that. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's just like, you know, you getting out of a situation, you know, discreetly, basically. And with the 8 of Swords in reverse, which that card is about, like, literally, in reverse, it's about this upright is about self-limitation and, you know, self-imposed restriction, basically. And in reverse, it's like releasing self-imposed restriction, letting go of thoughts that are restricting you. So, you know, you may have felt like, oh, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do this because of that. And now you realize, like, I'm not trapped. I'm not stuck. I can do whatever I want to do. I can get out of this situation. So I definitely feel like, for sure, this is like a work or love situation that you guys are or were in. And this is like you guys right here. This is you guys leaving, getting the fuck up out of there discreetly. They're not even gonna know that you're gone. I mean, they're gonna eventually realize, but you're getting out of there. Like, you're sneaking off. You're like, oh, okay. I feel like definitely you guys, you know, whatever clarity that you guys got, you figured out that somebody was cheating on you. You figured out that somebody was cheating you, doing something behind your back, whatever. You feel like somebody was getting over on you, basically. They were doing something. And you're like, okay, all right, you know, it's clarified by power, surprise, and thoroughness. So I feel like you guys are taking back your power. You're like, oh, well, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, I'm just about to take my time, take my energy, take my thoughts, take my ideas, take my money, take my property, and get the fuck up out of here, because you got me fucked up. You realized the truth of whatever the fuck was happening. And I feel like, you know, whatever situation it is, whether it's work or love, you're leaving. You're like, I'm taking back my power. I'm taking back my attention, and I'm taking back my power. I'm not going to allow you to make me feel any type of way anymore, because I know what's up. But I feel like, you know, with the surprise card, this is going to come as a surprise to, like, they are going to be shocked. Like, seriously, like, like, what? They left? Like, they took the, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, and when it being clarified with the card thoroughness, it's like, you know, following through with whatever it is that you need to do. Like, you know better, now you're gonna do better. Like, I'm gonna follow through with what I said that I was gonna do, regardless if you're like, I'm gonna be happy, or like, I'm gonna follow through with this. I'm gonna take my energy somewhere else and I'm gonna be happy. Or you're just thorough about, you're just being consistent about leaving. You're being consistent about, thoroughness is like paying attention to detail too. So I just feel like some of you guys are really, this truth that you found out, whatever the fuck you found out, you have been very thorough through thing, and you're like, okay, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Bye, see you later, fuck you, whatever, I'm leaving. And I'm taking what the fuck is rightfully mine, by the way. And I'm not gonna warn you, I'm just getting the fuck up out of here. I feel like you guys are actually taking things, like some of you guys are like, you're like taking shit. You're like, all right, I'm about to take this car, I'm about to take my TV. Like, you're like, you know, this is like taking some things but leaving some things. Like, he's taking these 5 swords, and the 5 is change, but, you know, leaving those 2 things. So I feel like some of you guys are like, literally, you're like, all right, well, I'm about to take the TV, but I'll leave you the remote. And like, I'm about to take something else, like, I'm about to take the computer, but I'll leave you the mouse. Like, it's honestly very funny to me, because you're just like, this is mine, but since we were like in a relationship or in a business relationship, I'll leave you something, but this is what you deserve from this situation. I'm taking what's rightfully mine. Like, you're taking some stuff and you're leaving other things. Like, you're strategically planning out, like, all right, I'm about to take this laptop and I'll leave the cord. Like, you're gonna take the phone but leave the charger. You're just taking like the most important things, the bulk of whatever it is that you guys have. Some of you guys are like, you're taking your ideas and your thoughts, like whatever it is, you're taking it. Like, maybe you guys did some brainstorming, but you're like, I'm taking all my thoughts and my ideas elsewhere and I'm using them bitches for my advantage, because you guys, you just tried to get over on me. You don't value me. You don't care about me. You tried to cross me. I'm leaving. Bye. But I'm taking what's mine with me. Like, maybe you could be taking some files or just whatever it is. I really feel like it's ideas, but some of it's actually physical stuff. Like, you're taking it. You're like, this is mine, and I'm taking it, and fuck you, and bye. So, yeah, you're definitely coming out of restriction, and you're definitely coming into your power. And this, I'm telling you, this is gonna shock the fuck out of some people. They're gonna be like, what? Like, they're gonna be like, where's Virgo? They're gonna be like, they didn't show up for work, and also most of our stuff is missing. Like, I don't know if you're gonna leave a note or anything like that. You probably won't, from what I can see, but they're gonna be like, yeah, things are missing and Virgo didn't show up to work anymore. And I think they're gonna realize, like, yeah, you quit and you're leaving, because they know what they did. So I'm pretty sure they'll put 2 and 2 together. Like, I'm pretty sure they figured out that we tried to fuck them over. So they took everything. They took the important stuff. So, or, you know, a relationship where it's like, they get to the house and like most of the furniture is gone, and like all the important things are gone, because you're like, oh, I'm taking this is mine. And like, they know what the fuck that means. They're gonna be like, what, seriously? Because like, you're you paid attention to the details. You're like, oh, I know that they're gonna notice this, so I'm gonna do this. Like, it's really funny. I don't really see any like negative or, you know, bad things happening to you because you did it, because whatever it is, it's like you really did deserve it, you know. You really are taking what's like rightfully yours. So I don't really see anything bad coming from that. They're just gonna be really fucking surprised, and then you're just gonna like be like, yeah, I'm not coming back to you. I'm sticking with this because I'm not going back to that workplace, or I'm not gonna be back in that business relationship, or I'm not gonna be back in that relationship because I realize what you did to me or what you tried to do to me, and I respect myself and I value myself even if you don't. So the last card that I have for you guys is the Five of Wands in reverse, and that's clarified by the card Curiosity. So the Five of Wands upright is like conflict with other people, conflict of opinions, you know, it could be arguments. It's just pretty much conflict. Sometimes it's like brainstorming and stuff like that with people to get like ideas, but for the most part it's actually like a conflict and a difference of opinions or values, or, you know, what you feel like is important in between people. When it's in reverse, I feel like this is internal conflict. It's like something inside of you that's not aligning or lining up together, like inner conflict with your thoughts and your actions. Like you feel like you should do something, yet you're afraid to do it. So then now you feel conflict in the inside. Like, I really want to do this thing, but I'm afraid of what happens if I do it. So now it creates, you know, an imbalance within you, and it creates conflict. You're like, I want to do it, but I'm afraid to do it. But I still want to do it, but I'm still afraid to do it. It's just like a imbalance of thoughts and action. Because if you wanted to do it and you did it, you'd feel aligned because you just, you know, did it. Those are like on two different wavelengths. So when it's clarified by the card Curiosity, I feel like definitely for some of you, you guys are exploring your, like, yourself. You're wondering, like, why do I feel this way? Why am I having this inner conflict? You want to know why do you keep getting to this place where you feel like you want to do something and then you're not doing it, and now you feel shitty? Because if you, like I said before, if you did it, if you wanted to do something and you did it, then you'd feel good about it generally. And even if it didn't work out exactly the way that you wanted to, at least you tried. But I feel like a lot of you are just like having some inner conflict in your thoughts about like what you should be doing and versus like what action you're taking, because the wands are, you know, action oriented too, like, you know. And I feel like you're just exploring that, and it's good for you to do that because you're trying to get to the root of the problem. Like, why does this keep happening? Like, what's going on inside of me? You know, like maybe deep in your subconscious, why are these deep in your conscious or in your subconscious, you know, why do I feel this way? I feel like also for some of you, you're wondering like why you're not like getting along with other people. Like maybe there's just conflict in your family life or in your work life or whatever, and you just want to get to the bottom of it. Like you just really want to know, why are we having these difference of opinions? Why can't everything just work out? Like you just want to get to the bottom of it basically. And I think it's in the way that you're wanting to know like just why can't you fucking get along with people, you're kind of like opening your mind up to their perspective too. I feel like you're opening yourself up a little bit to them and to yourself. You're getting to know yourself. Now, because you're opening yourself up to their opinion doesn't mean that you have to agree to it, but at least means that you can respect them enough to hear them out and like understand where they may be coming from. And then you can also better understand why you believe what you believe. Because conflict a lot of times does create resolution if you allow it to. Yeah, but for the most part, I just feel like this is inner conflict within you guys, and you're just wanting to know, like, why do I keep on getting back to this place in my life? Why do I keep on, you know, hitting this wall? Because I want to advance now, and I want to figure out, like, exactly what's going on with me. And I think it's good, and I feel like you're going to get the answers that you're looking for from the universe because, you know, if you ask, you'll receive, or, you know, seeking ye shall find, basically, is what I'm saying. You'll be able to get the answers that you're looking for. And it's good that you're even looking in the first place, because a lot of people don't even want to know why. Like, they don't give a fuck why they're not getting along or why they're having internal conflict. They just know that they don't feel right, and they just focus on that, and they just go along with life like that. And you really actually want to get down to the bottom of the problem, and that's good for you. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more card for you guys, and this card is from a different deck, and this is kind of to just wrap everything up from the reading and just kind of like tie everything together. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the book really quickly because these cards are new for me, and I just want to get a better explanation of what this card means. Alright, so you guys got the Facade card. So there's a story behind every card. I'm just gonna read it for you really quickly. So this card says, well, let me put it up here so you can see. The bronze boy Darnell was young when his father died, and he became the man of the family. Out for a walk one day many years later, he was mesmerized by the sight of children playing. As a child, he never played, and he hid behind a tree, crying bitterly, then quickly buried his emotions. At the very end of his life, on his way to heaven, he stopped at the park and finally reclaimed his inner child he had left behind many years ago. This card says, if you're unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something that you're not. Bronze God is about reclaiming your life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? This card deals with disassociating from yourself, reclaiming your life, healing childhood pain, recovery, integration, and play. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys, this is something that I was talking about in the reading. Definitely, like, you know, that inner conflict maybe that you guys have been having with people. It could be because, like, you are not really being yourself. You're not really living in your truth. You're not really expressing yourself the way that you really want to. And, you know, with the Sun card that we got earlier, that I showed you guys, that's all about, like I said, your inner child, reconnecting with your inner child, not really caring about whatever anybody else has to say about what you're doing, because you actually love to do it and because it makes you feel good. And not only does it make you feel good, but it makes other people feel good for you to do it too. So yeah, I just feel like some of you guys need to heal your inner child. Like, life has gotten so serious for you, and you're not really doing the things that make you happy, that make you joyful. You're not really being yourself. Like, you're being someone else who you were told that you were, like, you know, someone else who really doesn't align with you. And you know you're not being yourself when you don't really feel good about the person that you are. You know, like, not necessarily that you hate yourself or that you, like, don't feel good about all the aspects of you, but it's more so like you don't feel like you're doing what you really want to do in life because of whatever reason, because of some fear, because of something you're letting hold you, that you're letting it hold you back. And that's not being yourself, because if you were being yourself, you would just do it because you like to do it. You know, that's how children are. They're just themselves. They're very honest, and they do things that they like to do, and they don't like to be around people who make them feel sad. And if they do feel sad, they go do something else. They go play, they go raise their vibration again. And I feel like, you know, maybe you were told as a child, you know, that you wouldn't be something, or that you couldn't do something. And it's just time for you to take your life back. You know, do what you love to do, because it's your life, Virgo. It's not nobody else's life to tell you what the fuck to do with it. It's your life. Do what makes you happy, as long as it doesn't, you know, conflict with the free will of another person, or, like, you know, directly hurt another person. Now, you can't help it if someone gets hurt by what you do, you know, if you're doing what you love. But I'm just saying, as long as you're not doing something specifically negative, like hurting people or anything like that. But it's really coming back into who you are, being yourself, reclaiming your life, and finding, like, you know, the play in life, remembering to have fun, like do the things that you want to do. I definitely feel like, you know, you got a couple cards with relationships, you know, that 10 of Cups in reverse and maybe that 5 of Wands in reverse. And that just means that, like, you're maybe having conflict in your relationships with other people, and you're not, like, on the same wavelength, because you're trying to be somebody that you're not. You're trying to take on their responsibility. You know, you're being somebody that you're really not. And the person that you are, once you become that person, your relationships will go a lot better, because regardless of people, if people like that person or not, that you really, really are, they're going to respect it. They don't really have a choice to, because you're happy and you're like, this is who I am, and you know, you can accept it or not, but this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be, and this is always who I am and who I'm going to be, and I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to be this way. You just be yourself and worry about making you happy. And if they are unhappy because of that, or they don't want to accept you, then that's their problem. That's not your problem. But a lot of times when you are just being yourself and accepting yourself as you are, other people will accept you as you are. There will be some people who still don't accept you. Those people probably don't even accept themselves if they don't have enough, you know, courage to accept you the way that you are. But I definitely feel like, you know, facade is about, you know, putting on a mask or basically being something that you're not. And it's time to be the person that you are. It's time to live in your power and be the person that you are and do what you love to do. And don't really worry about the opinions of others, because this is your life. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was of some value to you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you did like the content today. Also, comment below. Feel free to comment below about, like, how this relates to you, or like how, you know, what you may be going through, or how this relates to you. And I like to see it, you know, not only for me, because I'd like to know how I helped you or how it relates to you, but it also helps other people too, because, you know, they may be going through the same situation, and seeing you, you know, being able to relate to you being able to relate to another person makes people feel better. So if you are comfortable enough to comment below, go ahead and do that, because I'd love to hear, you know, you guys' opinions about this, or how it relates to you. Also, if this resonates with you and you'd like, you know, to go into more detail and get a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, as well as a donation link if you like to donate to this channel, and my links to my social media if you want to connect with me there. So I think that's all I have for you guys. Until next time, love and light to you all. Bye.